Tim Tebow joining ESPN's First Take as new Stephen A. Smith's foe. I have some feedback on this. I'm curious to know what you're going to say about this. Tim Tebow will be joining ESPN's First Take as one of Stephen A. Smith's foe, the network announced Thursday. The mid-mannered, Bible-toting Tebow will prove an intriguing foil to Smith, whose on-air outbursts have made him the face of ESPN and in turn give an autonomy over the makeup of the daily TV show. The 34-year-old Tebow has worked for ESPN as a college football analyst in the past and is coming off a failed NFL comeback attempt. This summer, Tebow tried to convert from a quarterback to a tight end with Jacksonville under his former college head coach, Urban Meyer, but was cut before the season. He previously told in the Mets minor league system for 5 years. This guy just wants to compete. He's like saying, dude, put me in the game. Put me in, coach.
Yep.
I want to... I'm ready to play, right? This guy wants to compete. So ESPN getting Tim Tebow. Fridays is going to be Tim Tebow. Mondays is going to be Michael Irvin. And then Tuesday through Thursday, they're going to mix it up, okay? Michael Irvin and Stephen A., when they're together, it does very well, right? Obviously, back in the days, this thing blew up when it was Skip Bayless versus Stephen A. It was popping. Max, good on the football side. He's done good with his analysis. How do you think this is going to work out with Tim Tebow being on First Take? I'm going to go to you first.
Look, I think in terms of Stephen A. Smith versus Tim Tebow, if those are the two contenders, I think Tebow is completely out of his league. I think it's...
In what sport, though?
Anything and everything except for football.
Okay, good.
And look...
What's Stephen A.'s first sport, though?
Basketball.
Okay. So let me ask you, who knows more about baseball? Tebow or Steve?
Tebow. But it's for me, I don't even know if it's the knowledge of the sport. It's the ability to talk and use your words and then just get out there and like make yourself heard and then use all these words and these analogies and these metaphors.
Tim's not a lightweight. Don't underestimate.
No, but I'm saying there's a steak in the sizzle. I don't think he got the sizzle. He might have the steak. I don't think he's going to bring the heat to Stephen A. Smith.
You've never seen him call people out? You never saw him give that one message that got like 50 million views when he called out the team saying, what the hell happened today? Like he grilled their entire team.
I hear you. I don't think he's a lightweight, but I don't think he's on Stephen A. Smith's
On a serious note, are you lobbying for you getting the job?
I could think I could hang with Stephen A. Smith. I'd love to give it a shot.
Okay.
But I do have respect for Tebow. I've met Tebow. Obviously, more than anything, I think a good influence on the culture.
Yeah.
Or as my friend Gerard likes to use, on the zeitgeist. But I think he's a great dude. I think he's got a good message. I think from a debate standpoint, I think Stephen A. Smith's going to run all over him. What do you
David, how much you follow sports? Are you one that follows First Take or all that, or not really?
No, I don't. I stopped watching football specifically, and then all of them when they all followed suit and started doing the whole BLM thing, kneeling for the anthem.
You literally stopped watching.
Oh, I literally.
Were you a sports guy? Did you play? You're 6'4",
I was a dancer in
220.
school.
Oh my goodness.
I was a dancer.
What?
My choreographer danced with Michael, danced with Janet, danced with Paula.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, he was the it
settle
guy.
down.
He was the
Settle
it guy
down.
in Hollywood
You want a
in the
dance battle,
90s.
bro?
No.
You want a dance battle?
No, I don't want to show you what's happening.
So you were a dancer.
So
what does that mean?
I was a dancer.
Wow.
No,
Like a break dancer? What kind of dancer?
No, I did some popping and stuff, but Eric Henderson was in Michael Jackson's Captain EO. He was in several of Janet Jackson's videos, and he was the it guy. He was actually so good that when he was dancing on a set, like a big open, it was actually outside. Madonna was walking up and down the aisle looking at dancers and picking them out. She looked at him and he's too good. She didn't want him on the stage with her, but he was phenomenal. And so, yeah, I danced early. I was in a
never played football.
dance competition.
I could see your high school
I did
basketball
like Pop Warner.
coach.
I did Pop Warner.
Trying to recruit you like crazy.
When we got into high school, it was either run around and get sweaty with a bunch of guys, or dance with all the girls.
Me and Phil.
So I'm dancing, and hey, God used that because my girlfriend, Jennifer, my bride now, but my girlfriend before I met her in high school, we were in a rally. The whole high school was in the gym, like the whole high school. So it's a rally, right? And I was in the competition group, and I was the only guy because most guys can't dance, especially in high school. They can't dance and keep up with the girls. So there's 8 girls behind me this way and 8 girls behind me this way.
Wow.
We're in a
V. Yeah, he was playing the numbers.
We're in a V formation and we're tearing it up. We actually learned the numbers, the dance routine they just done on Soul Train Music Awards. So Jennifer, before I ever met her, She sees me dancing. She nudges her best friend, and she's like, "I'm going to marry that guy."
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Before we
Those
ever
how
met.
good your dance moves
Shit.
were.
There you go.
See, that's never
You
happened.
still
to
want
me,
to? You still
bro.
want to dance? You want-
See,
Let's circle back to the mid-'90s. I was
There we go.
killing bar mitzvah dance floors.
All
You don't-
right, all
You
right.
don't want no part of this.
but
bro.
you're on but now you're on
Love to see
Rumble
those
and
videos.
Tinder.
I would love to see those
that,
videos.
Like,
Okay, let's get back to Tim Tebow here. So
Here's
you're
a
not
question.
a big sports
Here's a
guy.
question you got to think about with
Yeah.
Tim Tebow. And by the way, if you're listening to this, if you think Tim can hang with Stephen A. and you think this is a good move, smash thumbs up. If you say, no, this is not going to work, put thumbs down. If you think it's going to work, thumbs up. If you don't think it's going to work, put thumbs down. This is my biggest concern. This is my biggest concern with this taking place for First Take. I don't know if ESPN as a company will keep a conservative on. History says no, okay?
Right.
History
Right.
says no. Because if you think about what happened with Will Cain, I thought Will Cain was great. I liked him a lot.
Yep.
But Will Cain started kind of talking about.
remember who
you
that
don't
is.
remember him?
No.
If you pull up Will Cain ESPN,
Pull him up, Kai. Will Cain.
type in
How
Will
do you
Cain
not
ESPN.
know who Will Cain is?
The guy was
Maybe
an
if I see
absolute
him.
stud of a guy. I loved him debating, and he made some good arguments.
C-A-
It's with
Yeah,
C-A-I-N.
I know Dean Kane,
That's
Superman.
no. You know who he is.
you know who?
Type in images. You know who he is. Will Cain.
Okay, yeah, all
Yeah.
right.
He would do his
Not
debates.
someone that I've
right
followed
there,
tremendously.
Right there. I thought
Yeah,
his
okay.
debates were great.
Yeah, all
Didn't
right.
agree with all of them, but half the time I'm like, okay, he's pushing the envelope. You know, whether it was Kaepernick, whether it was some of these things.
Okay.
I don't know if ESPN wants opposing arguments on
What
those
happened to
types
him,
of
though?
issues. They fired him. He went to Fox. Okay, they didn't keep
Okay.
him there. He went to Fox. ESPN doesn't keep conservative hosts.
Wow.
And if they do, if they keep Tim Tebow, I think it's a very good business move,
I agree.
not philosophical move, because they're going to
Right.
be able to regain some audiences that they lost over the last 5 years.
Well,
There-
what do you
there
always
it
say?
is.
You got to convert.
Yeah, but I don't know if ESPN's going to. By the way, kudos to ESPN for giving Tim Tebow the once a week. Kudos for ESPN.
Yeah.
More power to you.
What say
Now
you,
let's see if
Phil?
he's going to keep his job.
No, I think it's smart for ESPN to have Tim Tebow on. I think it's very important because he is college football. You know, he could talk about football nonstop, but like you talk about him going back and forth with Stephen A. What Stephen A. can't talk about is the mental fortitude of commanding team, commanding other men in order to go on the field and do amazing things. Stephen A. has not done that.
Right.
So I definitely feel like Tim Tebow can say, you know, hey, man in the arena, you're over here, Stephen A. I was actually in those
That's
locker
right.
rooms. I was
That's
actually
right.
on that field.
It's a lot of-
like it's a
Dude.
little bit different. And with his age, even though he doesn't know how to do this, he doesn't
Yeah.
know how to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Stephen A. You're making a lot of money with ESPN, but I was out there on the field learning. Talk about the humility of me going from Heisman to this. And I have no quit in me. So you don't think that Tim Tebow is going to say, I have no quit in me. What makes you think that I'm not going to outlast you? What makes you think I'm not going to come back bigger and better and stronger and faster, smarter? That's what I'm honestly expecting from him.
I hope he crushes it.
By the
I
way,
think-
I liked
yeah.
Max Kellerman. Were you a Max guy?
I was not a Max guy.
Really?
No,
Why is
I was
that?
not a Max guy.
Yeah.
I was not a Max. Because Max tried too hard to be black.
Whoa.
That's it. Because Max tried
Said
too
it.
hard to be black.
What does that mean?
Are you kidding me? Did you ever watch? Like he was trying to be more black than Stephen A. was trying to be. Like it was almost like I don't know if you have friends like this. Like I had friends who tried so hard to be a gangster and they were not. I had friends who were trying so hard to be cool and they were not. I had friends who were trying so hard to be a basketball player and they were not. Friends who were trying so hard to be players, they were not.
Did you see that his personality changed from like boxing
Yeah.
to First Take? Because that's the first thing I noticed was that he wasn't the same and he was
Yeah.
trying to convert.
You know he
It
was a rapper before, right?
Max Kellerman?
You guys being sarcastic or serious?
No, I didn't know that.
Max
No.
Kellerman was a rapper
I could see
before.
him being able to spit a little
Max
bit.
Kellerman was a rapper back in the days.
He had bars?
Oh yeah, he's actually pretty decent. By the way,
Okay.
he's got a
What-
music
what-
video.
what
I can't
was
put it
his,
up right now because they're gonna. But he actually was pretty decent. I just wasn't a fan of Max. Here's why I'm not a fan of the First Take show on how it was. When Bayless, like Stephen A. gave a lot of credit to Bayless. He says I was a nobody. Bayless brought me up because Bayless was the relevant guy. I was a nobody, and I had somebody to go up against, right?
Right,
And they would
right,
debate.
right.
Will Cain to me was better than Max Kellerman. Will Cain would destroy Max Kellerman. Stephen A. would destroy Will Cain, but Will Cain could go up against.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
The challenge is Will Cain used to be a Blaze guy. He used to be with the Blaze. I don't know if you remember Will Cain from the Blaze years ago. Will Cain used to work for Beck. ESPN brought him on board, and then he went straight to Fox. Will King could end up being one of these next Tucker Carlson type of guys.
Oh, he's that.
Do you remember when Tucker Carlson was a nobody 20 years ago, and Jon Stewart went on their show and destroyed him? And Jon Stewart says,
when he used to wear a
"You
bow
guys
tie."
suck." Yeah, he says, "You guys suck. You guys are terrible." And look at Tucker Carlson today.
Yeah.
By the way, you know when they came out with the data on who they think can be the presidential candidate for 2024? You know who's fifth on the list? Tucker Carlson.
Wow.
Fifth on the list is Tucker Carlson. Number one is obviously Trump. Two is DeSantis.
Three, Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley's three. There's another
Four,
one
Pence.
that's and then five is
I don't
Tucker
see
Carlson.
Pence.
No chance.
How do you
Tucker
put
Carlson,
Tucker
by the
on
way.
the top five? So I don't know. Listen, ESPN, if you keep Tim Tebow, good for you. I'm betting 70% within 3 to 5 years, Tim Tebow is going to be fired. I hope I'm wrong. If they keep him, salute to them.
Right.
And I hope Tim Tebow challenges him in everything Kaepernick does, everything NBA does, everything LeBron does, because sports is no longer just sports. It's political.
Yeah.
So there has to be an element of sports today that talks politics. You can't just say sports is the sports of 20 years ago.
No.
It's
Pat,
no longer.
Before we move on,
Yeah.
Unless you're in the UFC.
Favorite sports commentator
Stephen
out
A.
there. He's
Stephen
number
A.
one to you.
Oh, yeah. Stephen A.
How about you, Phil? He's
Snoop Dogg on Thriller.
Snoop Dogg.
You know what? That's it.
Snoop Dogg on Thriller, bro.
They look like my two uncles are out there fighting.
my two uncles. He kills it. You have a favorite guy or gal?
For what?
Sports.
Sports personality commentator.
Oh,
He
commentator.
just told you he was.
Nah.
No, I know. Maybe it's a dance
No.
commentator.
What about that for football?
Yeah.
Romo.
Romo's good.
Romo's a
was-
scientist,
Romo was
by the
good.
way.
It was
He's a scientist.
It was just amazing
good.
when he was
He's a
breaking
scientist.
it down.
Peyton
Yeah.
Manning's legit. He's hilarious.
He's good.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
I like Scott Van Pelt, SVP.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
You looked at me like I was getting like.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay,
Just not
but
a
you
fan
looked at
of
me like
Scott
I like offended you.
Well,
You're like-
because you did. Somehow I was offended. For a second, I was offended that you brought
You
him
know,
up.
low key, who I'm secretly kind of in love with, Malika Andrews. You know who that is?
Of course.
Pull her up, Kai. Malika Andrews.
Malika Andrews, if you're listening.
Malika Andrews or Carrie Champion?
The fact that I don't even know who Carrie Champion
What?
is. Yeah, Malika
Whoa.
Andrews. She is adorable. Go to that one right there. Kai, no, third. Yeah, boom. Are you kidding me? She is gorgeous.
Malika,
Pull
if
up
you're
Carrie.
out there, hit up
Yeah,
Sauce.
Malika. We can
Hit 'em
talk
up.
sports. We can talk Tinder, whatever you like.
What? That's
Kai,
not how
look-
you. That's not how you get the girl, bro.
No
That's
shame.
Phil, teach,
No shame and no
teach me your
game.
ways,
wow,
bro.
bro.
Great. I
Kai,
hope it
pull up
works
this
out for
Carrie
you.
Champion girl.
Good luck.
So,
Just saying, I think she's pretty damn adorable. This guy's like Carrie
so when
Champion.
she gives her commentating, you don't listen to anything she's saying.
No, I do. I listen very intently.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.